Best box office draw.
The best box office draw, my opinion, that he sells tickets whenever he's in town, would be Kenny Omega. People just want to see Omega live.
He sells merch at events that he's not even part of. I mean, like, I'm wearing a shirt here, WrestleCon, in New York City and that stuff. And on day one, they still had copies, autographed copies, for about, I think, like $40 or $60 American of the PWI 500 from 2018 that had Kenny Omega listed as the #1 wrestler, right, of the year. And they had probably about 60 of them and whatever at the front table at the beginning of day one. At the end of day one, they were sold out already. Apparently, they sold out in the first hour. They were crazy. Like, I mean, these are just autographed copies that they took to some indie show that he was part of or something like that.
And he did a few signatures, and they just brought him with him.
That's right, exactly. It's just high spots.
But that's how big of draws Omega is. Like, girls absolutely love him. Guys think he's one of the best wrestlers ever. He can all his matches are 3 stars or better. He's just the best box office draw. He's the best bout machine. And
I am going to play devil's advocate here, even though I am not the advocate for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But my pick for box office draw of the year is Brock Lesnar, because for this one single solitary reason, people now are paying tickets to see him lose. That's why. It's the oldest thing in the book with pro wrestling. People are paying to see Brock Lesnar lose at these events. He's not losing, but they're paying to see him lose. So,
too bad he only works 7 days a year.
I'll rank Omega slightly above Lesnar right now, but I think that's still the whole thing with Lesnar, is that people will pay to watch him lose. And he never loses. So that's the stick. That's the old Carney, scam, if you will. So
why did New Japan Supercard G1 sell out? Because everyone was going to be there.
Well, yeah, everybody thought that Omega was going to be there. Yeah, exactly. So now Okada winning the IWGP belt was, quite the landmark moment, obviously, right? But
yeah. It's a good show, and Okada's a hell of a guy, but Omega, everyone thought it was going to be the Elite and Omega, and because at the time when it was announced, they were still part of the New Japan.
I bought the tickets, the Scuttlebutt and Wrestling, to buy it for that show, and that stuff was going to be the North American rematch of Okada Omega at MSG. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I am missing that. If there, what would I rather watch at home? A boring Hall of Fame ceremony, or Okada and Omega tear it up for 75 minutes the night before WrestleMania? Well, so
instead you got Okada White, which is, White's okay.
Yeah, exactly.